How's it going, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome to the fourth and final round of April 24th's locals. We got table 1 here, and would you be surprised to see Dragon Link there? But we also have Shaddoll Dino on the right. Yeah, gonna be kind of a heavy hitter match here. Both decks capable of putting out some pretty scary boards and doing it through a lot of interruptions. So yeah, definitely two heavy hitters here. And also, there's going to be a lot of double uploads happening. This one will be going up a little bit later because I was very busy today. I meant to do this commentary much earlier in the day, but I didn't really get to do it until about 6:30 Eastern. But either way, bringing you guys this content and lots more feature matches and first place profiles coming up very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. So we're going to see Nocto and Striker Dragon. We're going to see Romulus here. Lots of free pluses, if you will. Quite literally free pluses. And he'll get that Search of Ravine, and he'll go ahead and draw a card. And he's already got Chaos Space set up in Grave. You know, very strong opening here. Looks like he's going to play Ravine. There is a bit of a glare there. I do apologize. And we can imagine this is going to send Abso Router. Abso Router going to add that Tracer. Very, very good hit. I think probably one of the better things you could probably hit against Dragon Link, besides the obvious Ash the LP. Sometimes I feel like, you know, ashing the Abso Router could be a very, very good hit. And now we're going to see a normal summon of the Chamber Dragon Maid to add a copy of Tidying. I believe it's a nice little 3-card engine, 2 Tidying, 1, you know, Chamber. A very, very, you know, efficient engine. You know, acting as like a monster reborn in the graveyard, and then a nice sort of compulse, you know, on the field. So very, very versatile engine there. Now we're going to see the second Striker Dragon come down, and we're also going to see the effect of Black Dragon to add white. Of course, it was recycled by Chaos Space, and LP is going to resolve here. I mean, it's kind of surprising, but not so surprising. LP resolving to summon out Brotor. Brotor is going to add a copy of Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So our Dino player looks like he's already getting ready. I was going to say he's getting ready for the hand rip, but it looks like he's going to add Phantasme instead. I'm not a Dragon Link master. I don't know if there's a reason to add Phantasme over something like Levy, but then again, maybe there is. I'm not entirely sure. But we're going to see him go into Spheres, and then we're going to see him go into Pisty. So he has that perfect Link arrow set up for his Guard Dragons. Pisty will revive Red MD. And I imagine Red MD is going to revive, yeah, going to be a copy of Chamber here. And still locked into Dragons at this point, but is that really a restriction for a deck like this? You know, definitely not. So we'll see what he goes into here. He's already made the seals. Not really sure what else. Oh, yeah, we could see some synchro plays here. He still has the Boot Sector launch, of course. Very, very strong card. That is going to bring out Rocket Tracer, and Rocket Tracer could attempt to use its effect here, I believe, if he wants to pop a card to summon. It looks like he will. He'll destroy Pisty. Now, at the time of recording this, I'm not sure if the way Tracer is worded, if you have 5 monsters on field, if you'd even be able to attempt to activate it. But if it does destroy for cost, then I wouldn't see a huge problem with it. But then again, I could be wrong. I'm not a mastermind when it comes to the Dragon Link cards. I haven't read Rocket Tracer in quite some time, if I'm being totally honest. But we're going to see a Savage hit the field. And that's going to bring back or equip to it the Romulus, giving it 2 counters. So as it stands, we have an Omni Negate and then Spheres and the Tidying. So only 3 interruptions here, which I would say is about average for the Dragon Link deck. The only thing you'd really see on top of that would maybe be like a Hot Red if he opened really busted. But it looks like he did not in this case. We see Fossil Dig for our Shaddoll Dino player, and we're going to see him activate Lost World, which is pretty solid. It will kind of turn off Tidying, which is really nice, and he'll get the chain block here of Oviraptor too. It looks like he's going to chain the Seals, and he's going to chain Miscellaneous. We know he added that, and it looks like the Savage is going to negate the Miscellaneous, and now we're going to see Seals resolve. So a lot of interruptions have really already been burned at this point, and off of just basically that interaction with the Ovi and the Lost World. And the player is sorting out that, of course, he will still get the token, making it so Seals actually can't summon from the deck here, which is huge. And that Phantasme that we know our Dragon Link player has at this point is going to be completely null, of course, as he does not have the space to summon it. We're going to see a Pot of Prosperity here. He's going to go for Banishing 6. Ooh, there's a Shaddoll Fusion, a double Evolution Pill. He's already got OV. He's already normal summon, so he might not go for that. That Shaddoll Fusion is looking very, very tempting, though. I don't know. There's a lot of good choices there. He's going to go for the Baby Sarasaurus, though. He's going to go for the baby. We'll see. Well, we know he has Misk engraved, so we can go ahead and attempt to use Misk. We're not even using Misk here. Just summoning UCT outright, banishing Giant Rex and Misk. Now, I guess he could technically pop that baby with the UCT here. And that is a huge board for UCT to go into. And it looks like the Tidying is going to be activated. And again, Tidying cannot activate now because he has the token on his field. So yeah, Lost World doing what it does best, and the UCT will resolve. Will not be able to use Tidying here because it does target, and you cannot target things except for tokens, I believe, when that Lost World is on the field. And Baby Sarasaurus going to summon out Miscellaneousaurus from the deck. So probably set up a rank 4 play for, I would imagine, would be Dolka. The double Solemn Strike on legs. Now we're going to see him go into the battle phase, and there's 1,000. There's another 1,000. And 1,000. So we'll take 3,000 from just Sends alone. And then he'll take a whopping 25 over top of the... Well, actually not, because all the damage right now is halved because of Prosperity. That's right. I believe our Dino player points that out in his grave here momentarily. So, yeah, that's why the life points are where they are at, is because Prosperity is going to allow him to only deal half damage. So leaving that 5350, I believe. And then the Petty Ranodon going to summon out a copy of the Pancratops, which is huge. Yeah, so they're bringing up the Prosperity here to fix the life points. Only has Baby and Petty engrave, so not really much left. But, you know, once that Dolka activates next turn, puts that Miscellaneous back into the grave, it's going to allow for a lot of advantage to be gained. So he has a quick effect pop, 2 basically Solemn Strikes, and, you know, or just, you know, breakthrough skills or whatever, or impermanences, but that also destroys. So two really strong monster negates, and, you know, a Book of Eclipse. And it looks like he'll try to activate Boot Sector. That's going to be met with Pancratops. Do not want him to get to revive that many cards there. And it looks like he's going to bring back, or at least summon out the Tracer. Or not Tracer, Rocket Synchron, my bad. So Rocket Synchron hits the field, and looks like he's going to link those two into a copy of Halqifibrax, everybody's favorite Link 2. 100% just going to say no to that with the Dolka. Easy. A very easy decision. I don't think you can let that resolve. That's just a little too scary at this point. No Chaos Ruler engrave. Looks like Brotar is going to attempt to summon now since the monster was destroyed on his field. He'll discard the Phantasme. Probably checking to see if the discard is cost. Discard and target. So it looks like it is not. But he will negate the Brotar. He still has that Phantasme in hand. Oh, and it looks like we're actually going to see him chain Tidying to the Dolka to bring back that Brotar. Okay. That seems like a bit of a smarter play there. Definitely want to use it there and get that Brotar back in your hand potentially, you know, before you lose it to the Dolka. So that was actually a pretty good catch there. Definitely a nice little recovery option. So now we're going to see him summon the White Dragon, banish black, it looks like, and then activate Chaos Space to put it back to draw 1, linking the Wyvern Burster now into Striker Dragon, sending off Striker. Probably going to go for Recharger here. Yep, Recharger will summon back Savage, or not Savage, Red MD. This deck can make plays out of nowhere. It does have the, you know, the whole thing where its graveyard can act as like a second hand. So one of the nice things about these, some of these combo decks is that, you know, if you break their field, it's only so good because then they have a lot of recovery and follow-ups waiting in the graveyard. It's one of the reasons why I was so fond of Earth Machine and decks like Block Dragon, Burning Abyss. Whereas, like, you know, oftentimes if your field was completely cleared, you had a handful of effects in the grave waiting for you to use. But now we're going to see basically Monster Reborn for Dragons get activated here. Red MD did bring back Chamber. And now World Legacy Guard Dragon bringing back Tracer, and you can probably imagine why. A tuner and a non-tuner. You might see Chaos Ruler here. I think that's really the only play that you really have. And he's going to activate Chaos Ruler's effect. Droplet Chamber, Seifert, Chaos Space, Quick Launch. The Seifert's looking pretty good here. Definitely very, very enticing. Puts another Chaos Space into the grave, which is really strong. For a later turn. If there will be a later turn, that's, you know, we'll see here. Does look like he's in a pretty good position. Remember, also, all non-Dino monsters are down by 500. So that Chaos Ruler is at 25, and that Dolka, I believe, would be at 18. So only take 700 there, and then only 23 from the Red MD. And then he'll link those two into probably Spheres, I would imagine. Yep, Spheres pretty much being the only accessible extra deck interruption right now, at least for him in this particular situation. So we'll end on Spheres, set one pass. We know it's probably tidying. You know what? We know he has Brotar, and we know he still has a Phantasme in hand at this point. Fossil Dig is played to grab Misk. Misk is then pitched, and there is no response on the side of our Dragon Link player. And he's going to go ahead and normal summon Ovi. And it looks like he's probably going to go Chainlink 1, Ovi, Chainlink 2, Lost World. And it looks like he's going to attempt to use Seals here. I don't know what on what exactly, unless he wants to bounce the field spell. Yeah, so it looks like he's going to have to bounce the field spell back, which is unfortunate. Misk is a card. Have you read Misk? Have you read it? Seriously, if you haven't read Misk yet, just go on Google, miscellaneous source, Yu-Gi-Oh! Effect. Take a gander. Then come back, all right? So he's going to replay Lost World. Who would have expected? It looks like he's going to banish 1, 2 Giant Rex among them. And our Dragon Link player also summoning Phantasma here. It's only because I imagine he doesn't have much left at this current point. See, Brotar is in hand. I don't believe Seals can summon from the hand or deck. I think it's strictly just deck once it's tributed while being in the extra monster zone. And 2 were banished. I imagine this is probably going to be for miscellaneous. Not sure exactly why 2 dinos were banished here, but we might find out in a second. I don't know. Looks like there maybe be a ruling issue going on here. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, either way, we're going to see the UCT come down. And I think what it might have been the issue was, would Lost World still get to summon a token if it was bounced? And it looks like the answer was no in this case. I don't know if that's correct or not. I'd have to read the text of Lost World. But I imagine, you know, most field spells, if they are bounced on activation, they do not get to resolve their effects. So that would make sense. Like if you use Pleiades, when they activate, you know, Magical Meltdown, same thing. They do not get the Search of Alistair. So I would imagine that is probably what happened here. But either way, UCT is here to be very, very clutch, to give him a token regardless. And Giant Rex is back alongside of UCT, or yeah, alongside the rest of his board. And he also has the Oviraptor, which is really, really clutch, is because he could use Oviraptor's effect right now to target the token and then save it, you know, with Lost World. But it looks like he's going to banish 2 off of Misk, summon Baby, and then UCT will pop the Baby to book his Phantasme, and that Baby is going to summon out another Oviraptor, and it looks like that's just going to be game right there. Our Dragon Link player has seen enough, and we're into game 2. And at this point, I want to mention, if you guys are shopping on Imperium Duelist, don't forget to use my discount code WINNERKILLS10 at checkout. Both these mats you see are from Imperium Duelist. They sell amazing high-quality playmats, deck boxes, dice, binders, sleeves, all that stuff. Check them out. Link in the description and my discount code as well. You guys can support the channel and get some amazing products. And if you guys are shopping on TCG Player, don't forget to use my affiliate links I have to the site down in the description. If you guys shop and check out using that link, a small bit of the revenue from your purchase goes right back into the channel, which helps out way more than you'd think. And if you want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, consider becoming a YouTube member by clicking that blue join button down below, or a link will be found in the description as well. So our Dragon Link player, of course, who would have guessed, it wants to go first here in game 2. And, you know, that does pose a few risks. You know, cards like Shaddoll Fusion get extra value here, but of course that means a negate will have to be burned on it. But, you know, might as well just go for the full combo regardless here. So it looks like he's going to resolve Chaos Space, putting one back to draw, and then he's going to link the Romulus and the white into spheres, and we'll go ahead and grab black off of white, conveniently placed right there on the bottom thanks to Chaos Space. And I believe our Dino player has, I believe he just put one card back in the top. He might have accidentally drawn 6. I don't know what that was about, but either way, he'll still have the same amount of cards in his hand when he draws for turn. So I've actually done that before a few times where I've accidentally drawn 6 when I'm going second. You know, you do draw 6 and you go second, but while your opponent's playing, you should technically only have 5 cards in your hand. But small mistake, these things do happen. But I did see Prosperity. I think I saw Cosmic, and I know I definitely saw a Fossil Dig in that hand. And I think I see a Shaddoll Fusion too alongside Baby Stegosaurus. Maybe I see double Fossil Dig. Double Fossil Dig, Cosmic. Yeah, double Fossil Dig, Cosmic, Shaddoll Fusion, Baby. I think that's the hand that he's working with. It's a very, very good hand. That's like a really, really exceptional hand, I would say. Basically, 2 Rhoda, a Mass Foolish Burial that gets a body on board, and can also basically dump Miscellaneous Source to the grave, because I believe he's playing El Shaddoll Grista in his extra deck too, which is really, really spicy, because, you know, Miscellaneous Source is the best fire monster in the deck, and getting to freely send that alongside Dragon or something else, or Beast, or even Aerial, would be really good. So now we're going to see a Recharger hit the field. He's also got Chamber. He's also got Tracer, so we know Tidying is in hand, but he does have the Cosmic for it, which is going to be really good. Of course, Cosmic could also try to bait out the Savage by clearing the Equip. So once the Equip falls off, so do the counters. I could be wrong, though. But looks like he's going to Synchro for Chaos Ruler here. Chaos Ruler is going to reveal Tracer, Tidying, Chamber, Lancia, and looks like he's going to take the Tracer here. I don't think he's played Boot yet, so he could do that. Yep, so there's Boot. That might be Dragon Ravine. I'm not entirely sure. There's a bit of glare. And it looks like it's going to be Dragon's Ravine. Discarding one, and he's going to send Absorouter, and Absorouter is going to add the Rocket Synchron here. So I imagine he's going to try to possibly set up Savage alongside of Hot Red. He does have the Rocket Synchron. He's going to go ahead and summon 2. Yep, so Tracer hitting the board as well, so there's Hot Red, and then we're going to see the Savage here as well. So this is a very, very strong board. We're going to have Savage with 2 counters on it, Hot Red being able to negate a face-up, and of course, if there is a Dark Ruler no more, he could chain the Tidying, I believe, and then also chain the Hot Red, and then hit the Dark Ruler with that, since it's not activating directly in response. So it looks like we're going to see Cosmic get activated, and I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it looks like a Nocto was banished from the grave. And then the Cosmic not resolving. Actually, and it looks like we're going to see a Lancia too. So it just really doesn't matter here. Wow, that's going to turn off the Prosperity in hand as well. That is extremely rough. Yeah, this one looks like it's probably over already for our Dino player, which is very unfortunate. He just literally had everything. Yeah, he's going to try to go into the battle phase. Spheres is going to activate. It's going to bounce back the Oviraptor. Yeah, and then that's going to summon Seifert. And he's going to activate Pot of Prosperity, realize he's under Lancia, and then quickly take that back. And we'll see what happens here. Yep, looks like, as expected, he is going to scoop. So, yeah, pulling up Noctovision. When your opponent activates a card or affects the target's set cards you control, quick effect, you can banish the card from your graveyard. Negate the effect. Also, your opponent will not target that set card with card effects for the rest of the turn. So, yeah, Nocto Dragon does do something. I did not know that. I thought it was just a summon to draw. But it does protect the Tidying, which is really strong. And so, here we are in Game 3. And it looks like we're going to see a very solid opening from our Dino player. We're going to see OV Chainlink 1, Lost World Chainlink 2. We have Miscellaneous Source in play as well to protect the entire board at this point from hand traps, which is just so incredibly strong here. We're going to see him use the Lost World effect to protect the token, to destroy a baby, to summon a baby, And that baby will summon out a Archosaur. Archosaur will pop baby. Archosaur will add double evolution pill. Baby will summon Giant Rex. I said baby a lot of times there, I know. And now he's going to summon Link Karibo, and it looks like we're going to see a Phantasme. We'll draw 2. It looks like he drew into Tracer. Not Tracer, Quick Draw Synchron. A Rocket Synchron, and one other card. It looked maybe like a Noctovision. I could be wrong, though. And it looks like he's going to link the Giant Rex and Link Karibo here for Psyframe Lambda. I think we know what that might mean. We're going to see double evolution pill activate, banishing the Link Karibo and the Giant Rex to summon Big Daddy UCT, I would imagine. I know some builds playing Coatlas again, but it looks like UCT will come out, and so will Giant Rex. So, I mean, at most with the Lambda here, maybe he's going to have the read where maybe, you know, he's got the Gamma in hand as well, which would be really strong. We'll see what he makes here for a rank 4. Looking at Dweller, it looks like, not going for Dolka. Dweller might be the move here. And it looks like he is going to go for the Dweller. And that's going to do it for his turn. I don't think he has a Gamma in hand, unfortunately. But Dragon Link player, of course, doesn't know that at this point. That could keep him on his toes. Have to watch out for a Gamma. So we saw a standby phase. Dweller. Might have been draw phase, but standby phase would probably just be just as fine. Chaos Space. And then we'll see him link for Striker. No effective White Dragon here. And Striker will add Boot Sector Launch. So this match has been going for quite some time now. I believe this match, unedited, was about 40 minutes or so. 45 minutes. So we will possibly see this one go down to the wire here. Right down into time. And we'll see what happens. It's got a Striker. He did add Boot Sector. Having the graveyard turned off hurts quite a bit. Now we're going to link for Beat Cop. And he's going to normal summon Rocket Synchron. He's going to sense that a Savage Dragon could possibly be on the way. And he's going to book the field. And Boot Sector is going to summon Tracer. And Tracer's going to pop Boot Sector to summon Recharger. So it looks like here he probably will still get access to a Savage Dragon or a Chaos Ruler. And our Dragon Link player has a Phantasme in hand. I'm not sure exactly why the Phantasme wasn't summoned yet. He's already had a few opportunities to do so. Chaos Ruler, wow. Chaos Ruler milling double talents, double Guard Dragon, and a Chaos Space. That is rough. But, I mean, either way, the Chaos Ruler comes down and will run over the Dweller, and it looks like time has been called. Both players are at the same life point, so I think they end up rolling for it here. Pretty good roll for our Dino player, and a not so good roll for our Dragon Link player. So, looks like Dino will take that match 2-1. Unfortunately, it was decided in Game 3 by a die roll, but, you know, who knows where that game could have gone if they did not have to worry about time. It looked like our Dino player was still in a very good position. Still had a Phantasme left in hand. UCT had resolved. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. What do you guys think would have won that game there based on the information you guys had available? Let me know down in the comments. And also let me know if you enjoyed the video. And leave a like if you haven't. We're going to be double uploading for the rest of the week probably. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Lots of feature matches on the way. I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so very much for watching. As always, we're going to kill sign out. We'll see you guys in the next one. And last but not least, a huge shout out goes to all of the YouTube members supporting this channel, and a special thanks goes to Chadalax84, our one and only Divine level channel member. Thank you, man, so much for your very generous and continued support of the channel.